You know, we often talk about the immediate effects of choices, but what if those choices ripple through generations? What if they shape not just your life, but your entire family's destiny? Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into a really powerful case study. It's a personal account from one of you, a listener, detailing their family's profound struggles under the shadow of alcohol in Thailand. These sources, they're raw, they're personal, and incredibly insightful. Gives us a rare glimpse into the long-term consequences of destructive habits.
Absolutely. And our mission today really is to unpack this intricate web of karma connected to alcohol. We're going to trace its impact across multiple generations of this one family. What's truly fascinating, I think, is how the case study doesn't just list events. It really delves into the karmic roots,
Yeah.
and the very specific results, even stretching into the afterlife. It highlights how actions, both good and bad, genuinely create their own unique futures.
Okay, let's get into it then. Our story starts with the father. He was a school teacher in Surat Thani, seen as a pillar of the nation apparently, but he started drinking really young, just 18.
18, yeah. In his daily life, as described, it paints a pretty stark picture.
Definitely. Drinking twice a day, sunrise and sunset. Routine.
And the money, gone almost instantly on payday.
Often found drunk, didn't you say?
Yeah.
Still in his uniform, just passed out by the roadside.
That's right. And the house itself, it became like a landscape of bottles, piled like mountains, the source says, inside and out.
Wow. And the atmosphere.
The-
Constant arguments, foul language.
It's a really toxic environment for a family.
And the impact on them, I mean, it was devastating, wasn't it? The mother often having to grab their six kids, sometimes at like 1 or 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and walk, 4 or 5 kilometers across fields just to get to the grandmother's house for safety.
Just escaping his drunken singing, which could apparently range from normal songs to martial arts tunes.
Yeah, lasting till dawn sometimes. And they even had to help kill chickens for his late night snacks, working right alongside him until the morning.
It's just a harrowing image of daily life.
So looking at this, you have to ask, what were the ultimate consequences, physically and, well, karmically?
The case study lays it out very clearly. By 62, he suffered alcohol-induced paralysis, became completely immobile, a huge burden. But even then, with only one hand he could move, he kept drinking.
Unbelievable. And his final days.
Tragic. Died at 62 from liver cirrhosis. His body apparently shriveled from 170 centimeters down to just over 100.
Goodness.
Described quite hauntingly as like a tree burnt to a black stump.
Wow. And that dying vision. Seeing police with bottle cap hats.
Yes, a direct manifestation, it seems, of his deep fear about being caught for past illicit distilling. Something we learn about later in the source.
Okay, here's where it gets really intense. The afterlife description.
Incredibly stark. The source says he was immediately reborn into the fifth great hell, Mahanarakam 5.
A terrifying realm, right?
Absolutely. The description is horrifying. His body, now mountain size, lying by a river of hot black acid, his head submerged.
And the acid just flows into his mouth.
Constantly. And then these hell guardians, the Nirayabala, they repeatedly lift his head, not to help him, but to force-feed him more acid.
It's such a specific torment.
Yeah.
Like, the punishment directly mirrors the vice.
Exactly. And this suffering, the source explains, it's prolonged. He dies and is reborn in agony over and over. And crucially, because his karma is just so heavy, so overwhelmingly negative, he cannot receive any merit from his family while he's there.
So no help can reach him.
No, that state in that realm.
Mhm.
It illustrates this profound spiritual barrier that such actions create. The weight is just too immense.
So is there any way then, according to the source, to break through that? Or is he just stuck?
In Mahanarakam 5, the indication is that the karma is simply too severe. The consequences are too immediate, too absolute. Merit from the living just can't penetrate that deep level of suffering. It really underscores the gravity of that kind of sustained, intense vice.
Right. And the father's influence is karma. It didn't just stop with him, did it? It cast this long shadow over the sons.
It certainly did. Let's look at the eldest brother.
He was supposed to be the bright one, right? The family's hope.
Exactly. A
Yeah.
promising student. But he started drinking simply because he saw his father doing it constantly.
The case study makes a point there, doesn't it? Warning against thinking kids aren't influenced.
Right. Don't assume they're too young to notice or copy.
And his life just went downhill.
Yeah.
Arrested for assault.
Required his mother to use their meager property for bail, just adding to her burden.
Then she developed mental issues, right?
Yeah.
Speaking incoherently, wandering off.
Yes, wandering into forests for 10 years, the source says. They even tried arranging a marriage, hoping it would somehow cure him.
Did it work at all?
Apparently, he seemed normal when sober, but as soon as he drank, the madness returned. every time.
Such a tragic story. And the
Yeah,
karma just kept playing out.
it really did. He died young, 46, in a motorcycle accident. Left behind a wife, 3 small kids.
And after death.
He lingered for 7 days. The source even mentions him possessing his uncle, asking for food, before being taken to Yamalak, which is described as a sort of intermediate realm, maybe a place of judgment.
Okay, so not the same great hell as his father.
No. His suffering is still immense, being force-fed, hot, molten copper. But it's considered less severe than Mahanarak.
Then importantly.
Importantly, he can receive merit there. But the source stresses he needs a lot more merit to actually find relief.
Okay, that's a critical difference. So Yamalak allows merit through where the deeper hell doesn't. Why is that?
It comes down to the severity, the sheer weight of the accumulated negative karma. Mahanarak 5 seems reserved for actions, creating almost impenetrable negativity. Yamalak, while still involving intense suffering, implies the person's karmic balance, though bad, isn't completely cut off from positive input. It offers a glimmer of hope for the living family to help.
I see. Okay, now moving on from the eldest, the second and third brothers.
Described as kind, helpful even, but also heavy drinkers.
And they're still drinking now?
Yes. And there's this palpable fear mentioned in the account that they'll end up just like their father. It shows the pattern just continuing.
Yeah, that cycle. And the fourth brother, his story is a bit different, but still tangled up in it all.
Right. Didn't finish school, early relationships, multiple pregnancies.
Some kids left with their mothers, others brought to the family home for the grandfather, the heavy drinking one, to raise.
That's the picture painted. And this fourth brother, he also set up his own illicit liquor distillery, producing and drinking.
So the source links his business failures and hallucinations directly to his karma.
Yes. Past karma involving drinking and violence, compounded now by the new karma of distilling and selling alcohol. This apparently led to paranoia, seeing people chasing him, and his lack of business success, tied to low merit from generosity in past lives, made worse by his current vices.
And the advice for him was specific.
Very. Abandon all vices, the drinking, the distilling. Practice generosity, Dana. Uphold moral precepts, Sila.
But avoid meditation for now. That seems unusual.
It does, but the reasoning given is his fragile mental state, with the paranoia and hallucinations.
Ah, okay. The fear is that meditation might actually make things worse, blur the lines.
Exactly. Might misinterpret the experience as more madness. So stabilize first through morality and good deeds, then maybe consider meditation later.
Got it. And then the nephew, the fourth brother's son. This part is just heartbreaking.
It really is. Raised right in the middle of that drinking circle from infancy.
Actually force-fed alcohol by the drunk adults.
Yes. Addicted by age 3, crying out, "T wants alcohol."
It's just the starkest example of that intergenerational impact.
Absolutely. And the karmic explanation offered is that this child's own past life karma, also involving drinking and distilling, led him to be born into this specific family, ensuring that exposure, that addiction right from the start. It shows how past actions can literally create the environment for our present suffering.
Wow. It wasn't just the men directly drinking, though, was it? Others were caught in the orbit.
True. Even those who found different paths eventually.
Like the narrator herself, the listener who sent this in, she mentions her own past karma.
Right. Being born into this family wasn't random. It was linked to her own past enjoyment of drinking and offering alcohol to friends. It adds another layer, doesn't it? Even victims might have their own contributing karmic threads.
And her sister, involved in the distilling, too, with an aunt?
Yes, deep in the forest, hiding from police, destroying evidence. The whole operation.
And that story about the elephant sitting on the distillery.
Ah, yes. Terrifying, I'm sure. But apparently that close call is what made them stop the illicit business. Almost crushed.
But then the sister had this incredible turnaround.
She really did. From being in a party group at university to finding a temple, having a complete perspective shift, and dedicating herself to religious service, became temple staff.
And the reason given connects back to a past life.
Yes. A past life as a royal soldier who became a monk and spread the Dharma, the teachings. Very virtuous. But there was residual karma, specifically kame, sexual misconduct, and sura, alcohol. This led to her being reborn as a woman in this life and her initial involvement with alcohol. But that strong past good karma eventually guided her back to the temple.
It's amazing how those threads work, a bad karma manifesting, but the good karma providing an escape route, almost.
Precisely. And the advice for both the narrator and her sister is consistent. Release the past mistakes. Focus now on making merit consistently.
Through generosity, dana, morality, sila, and meditation, pavana, aiming for dhammakaya, that state of inner realization.
It offers a clear, proactive path to break free from these inherited and personal karmic cycles.
What about the mother? Her suffering is also explained through karma.
Yes, an enlarged heart, poor health, linked to karma from killing animals for food, both past and present.
And the constant ear pain and insomnia.
Tied to verbal karma specifically, swearing and one particular past action, hitting a grandchild's ear when they pretended not to hear her.
So specific.
Very. She's advised to follow medical advice, including surgery if needed, but also to make merit diligently, even fasting for 7 days before surgery is recommended.
And the aunt, Nassau, blind in one eye, deaf in one ear, lots of illnesses, accidents. But she survives them all.
Another case of very specific karma. Her physical issues mirror injuries she inflicted on someone else in a past life when she was a female drunkard.
Blind in one eye, deaf in one ear. Exactly the same.
Exactly. But her survival through all the accidents, that's attributed to past merit from helping relatives, giving food, water, clothes, shelter, practical help.
But she didn't get any inheritance from her grandmother, despite being the favorite.
Correct. That was linked to past stinginess on her part. So the solution offered for her is straightforward. Accumulate much, much more merit to improve her current life.
It's just fascinating how karma is shown to work in these incredibly precise, detailed ways, down to a single eye or ear, or even inheritance.
It really paints a picture of cause and effect operating at a very fine-tuned level, often across lifetimes.
Okay, let's touch on a couple of other interesting points from the case study before we wrap up. First, the grandmother, May Thao.
Ah, yes, the kind one who gave them shelter.
She died and became a Fumathiwa, an earth deity, her celestial home overlaying the old house.
That's right. And she apparently gets younger when she receives merit from the living.
But the abandoned house still has sounds, pounding beetle nut, footsteps.
Yes, and the explanation is fascinating. Even as a deity, she still clings to some human habits. She hasn't received quite enough merit to fully let go of those earthly attachments.
So the sounds are like echoes of her lingering habits.
Seems so. And when friends from the temple chanted for her, her spirit brightened, she got even younger. It really shows the tangible impact of shared merit, even reaching across realms.
That's powerful. And the second thing, those mysterious cowrie shells.
Ah, yes. The ancient shells, one small, one large, said to clang on full moons and make bullets useless.
Right. But anyone who owned them seemed to run into misfortune, like the uncle stabbed to death while holding them.
And here's the key point the source makes. The shells themselves had no power, no magic.
So the misfortune wasn't because of the shells.
No, not at all. It was purely down to the individual's own karma. The shells were just incidental objects. It's a strong statement about personal responsibility. Magical items don't override karmic law.
Our actions shape our destiny, not some talisman.
Precisely.
So taking all this in, this deep dive into one family story, it's such a stark reminder, isn't it? How deeply our choices, especially with things like alcohol, can entangle us and everyone connected to us in these cycles of suffering, across lifetimes even.
Absolutely. But it also, crucially, illuminates clear paths to breaking free.
We've seen this family's journey so fraught with these profound, specific consequences of really deep-seated patterns, but also moments of change, chances for healing.
And the core takeaway seems very clear. Alcohol's impact goes way beyond just physical health. It hits mental well-being, family dynamics, even where you end up after death. Yet, conscious, consistent effort in virtue, generosity, spiritual practice that can fundamentally alter these karmic paths, even potentially helping those suffering in lower realms by building up that powerful reserve of merit.
It really makes you think. If just chanting in an abandoned house can bring solace and youth to a spirit like the grandmother, what untapped power do our everyday intentional acts of kindness hold? Not just for us, but for that whole intricate web of connections in our lives. What stands out to you listening to this about just how profound the consequences of our actions, good or bad, can truly be?